Welcome back, people, to BallySpring. We are now into June, and as you can see, the sorghum is ready to harvest. I don't know if we'll be doing that this episode. We do have a few other jobs that I want to do over there, and also I need to tell you what I've done off camera. Have a quick check on the animals though, for feed and things like that. Very slow still, the wool production. 231. I'm not even sure that's gone up, has it, since the horses I did ride at the end of last episode. Do we have a adult male goat now? I'm not sure how you're supposed to tell these apart, to be honest with you. Female. They're all females. Yes, where is the male? I don't know. Well, they're all adults by the look of it. So I don't think we've got a baby one anymore. No, I have no idea which one's which. How are you supposed to tell? Whoa, easy, tiger. It's not a tiger, it's a goat, but there we go. Right, that's enough. I'm not messing around anymore. It looks like they've all grown up now. I'll double check in a second. Ducks, still got a few ducklings running around. They are good. Some eggs growing there. Manure. See that manure? This is what I talked about last episode. That doesn't seem to have gone up anymore. Right, let's just not mess about. Let's get into the menu and check. Right, pigs are okay. Not too worried about them. They're fine. Cows, oh, they are getting very low. Straw's not too bad. Wow, look how much slurry and milk though. 65,000 litres of milk. Whoa. There is the ducks. Saying no pieces there for the eggs, but it could be, it needs a little bit of time to kick in. I've literally just loaded into the map. Goats, they're okay for feed. Oh, we've got a little bit of milk from them as well. Look, 393 litres. Awesome. And again with the wool, look, it's showing 0. So, now, and there's the horses. They're on 36% fitness. That's fine. Yeah, male goat, look, 8 months old. Yeah, so we've got awesome. Now, contracts. Is there anything else other than baling? No, there is not. So, do have a few crops in storage. So we've got plenty of feed for ducks, and we're going to get chicks or chickens. Well, chicks and then turn into chickens very soon. Canola, a tiny bit in there. We might grow some more. That's not a very good price anyway. What else have we got? There's the milklet. When's the best time to sell that? September. So we're not too far away from September. No desperate rush to sell that. To be fair, not a bad price already as it is. Yes, I've got some TMR mixed up. That's good. We'll use that up to feed the cows, but I am going to swap over and start giving them silage just because it's easier. 90% for that. So I'm wondering if the animal pen will take bells. We'll test that a little bit later. Right, I will move on and I will talk and walk at the same time. So I've had a couple of issues with this so far. Now I don't even know if you're going to actually get to see this at the time of recording, because I've tried about 4 or 5 times to record this episode, and each time it's crashed, and I kind of got to the end where I was just like, right, that's it, I've given up. I've asked a few people. Now some people have said that a lot of other players on PS5 have had issues with this map because they haven't updated the map. So we haven't updated this series, the map, so I don't know if it's that. And then Rusty brought to my attention saying that some people were having problems with the premium expansion with some maps. So I've unselected the premium expansion. I'll tell you what is interesting though, is it's still showing red beets, carrots and parsnips there. I thought that would disappear. That normally does disappear when I deselect the premium on my sort of map tours, but it's still showing there. So I don't know if we've got some funny goings on here, but I'm going to try and attempt to record this episode. If it crashes again, I don't know what we're going to do. But obviously, if it does crash again, you won't see this clip. So I don't know what I'm going on about. So it's a little bit of an experiment, really. Right, what I've done off camera, I did... What did I do? I rolled that field. I think that was what I did. Does need another coat of fertilizer. I also mulched this and sprayed some fertilizer on there, as you can see. So when we put oat back in there, we should get fully fertilized and good to go. So what I think we will do, because I've already got the spreader hooked up, we'll jump into here and we'll go over the soybeans first. I am quite tempted to put soybeans in that field actually, but then saying that, we've got that huge field there and we don't need to grow any more sorghum. We've got tons of feed for ducks and chicks, so we can put something else in that big field, maybe some soybeans, just build them up and sell them. Obviously by the time we've got all of them ready to go to sell, we are not going to be selling at the best price, but we could hold on to them. Usually June, July is the best price for soybeans. I'll double check in a second, but we'll get this done. Now obviously we can drive on this crop at the moment as it is, because we have such a small growth on there. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. You know what I mean. We can do it without getting narrow tyres. This tractor does have that option, but for now we don't need to. I was just wondering if it'd be nice to actually buy another tractor, so we have two on the farm. Might be something to think about in the next few episodes. It will be a Massey Ferguson though, because we're going to try and keep to that sort of theme as much as we can. Right, so we are almost done. I will check the map in a moment, because there's normally some little bits that you've missed along the way, or I've missed. Right, that looks pretty good. So let's go that way, and mulching's already off. Oh wow, tiny little bit in that corner, but I don't think that's part of the crop. I would imagine that we possibly. I'm not worried about that. That's fine. We can live with that. Okay, right, let's return this spreader into its little home. We'll hook up to the seeder, and we will, I'll tell you what, let's fill that back up. Hopefully that will get rid of that. Not quite, that's fine. We could probably get rid of the rest of that in the seeder. I've no idea how much is left in that seeder, but we are about to find out. So yeah, I think the feed mixer we've got there is probably going to be made redundant if, and that's a big if, that cowshed does take bales. We will be trying that. We'll grab the, there we go, that gets rid of the both bags. Awesome. Right, let's switch that over to oats, and then this should give us absolutely plenty of feed for the horses. I did notice they do, I can't remember if I mentioned this in the previous episode, they do take root crops, but I don't think I'm going to worry with that because it's only 5% more for them. I'm not too worried about 5%. Right, we'll try and get as close to the edge of the sort of area we already grew the oats. I'm not going to go right up to the hedge, otherwise we're going to cause ourselves a few little problems. Try and stay away from the gates. I think we might have just missed a little bit there, but that'd be fine. Excuse the dodgy camera angles. Once we get ourselves away from the trees and hedges, we'll be good to go. Right, a couple of little bits there, and oh, the grass is ready to go. Look, we've got the little sort of flowers, yellow and white flowers in there. It's funny how that map does that, actually. I think a couple of maps do, a few maps do. Some maps, the grass sort of has a sort of yellow tips and curls over at the top. But this map, to let you know it's done, has the little flowers in there. Kind of just looks like the normal meadow grass that was already in there, though. But there we go. Right, let's just do that, and then we will back up. A little bit awkward this corner, so again I'm not too worried if we miss a little bit. There we go, that's good, that is good. We're staying reasonably tight to that wall. Or actually hit the wall. Let's see if we can go out that way. Right, let's, I was going to say let's lower that, let's not, let's raise that. And we'll go back down. Yes, so very frustrating. Now if this works, then moving forward I know to not install the premium expansion. We'll leave that off. Don't really need it on there. It's not a requirement. It's not something that I desperately want included into this series, this map. But obviously with Zelonka being scrapped, I would like to grow those crops on another map, maybe on our strugglers reel, but I cannot see that happening for quite some time because we are struggling. Hence the title. Not quite like this series where we made a lot of money off of some wood chips. If the money does go down, we've still got trees over there by the cornfield we could probably chip up and sell them, because it seems like there's wood chips on this map at a very good price. But I think as we are getting bigger, we are going to be absolutely fine. Almost getting to the point where we've got enough feed for all the animals. The cows obviously are going to be the most hungriest by the look of it. Not too worried about buying any more animals though, so like adding to the pigs or anything. I'm quite happy for them to reproduce, and then obviously once the animal pen's full, that's it. We can either sell some to make space or just leave them as is. Probably would just leave them, to be honest. I think the horses though, once they get to 100% fitness, we probably will sell them. Whether we get any more, I'm not sure. We'll see where we are in the sort of series, what episode we're on. But I I'm desperately wanting to get out of our farm and see some of the map. Another thing that would be good is if we can sell some products. At the moment, there's not really much point selling anything. The milk will be good. Gonna need to get ourselves quite a big tanker for that. Right, let's spin round. Little tip for you guys though, I know a lot of you already know this, but if you're seeding or planting and you've got a seeder or planter that does seed and fertilizers like this one, when you're turning around like this, you're better off lifting the seeder or planter off the deck, because you will carry on using fertilizer. The seeds will stop, so if you look at the fertilizer, that is still going down, but the seeds have stopped. So that's one way to keep hold of your fertilizer. Don't just keep driving around dragging this around, because you're going to be using up that. Like I say, I know a lot of you already know that, but some people are still new to the game. And if I can help someone and give them some tips, then happy days. I don't know everything though, I'm always learning with this game. I think that's the beauty about it as well, and the fantastic community we've got. Everyone's helping each other out, telling each other tips and advice. Right, that is done, so we'll double check that. That will need rolling. It's already showing oats because we had oats in there before, but there we go. Growing, needs rolling. It will need spraying as well, so we will do that at some point. I'm going to park this up. I'm going to quickly test those bales. That's not really good, is it? I was worried about hitting our harvester there, but we should be right there now. There we go. Right, let's stop that. Let's jump into the telehandler. I'm going to go and grab shall we grab, let's grab, I'll tell you what, we'll grab 3 bales, 3 silage bales, and then we can test. If they don't work, we'll put them back into the storage. And then I think what we could do then is keep the feed mixer and shred them up in there. So silage bales, we just want 3, like so. We'll cut them open. There we go. Try and keep it a little bit realistic. He says as he's using an auto load baler, not baler, bale thingy-majiggy, bale grabber. Right, hopefully this works. If it does, that's great, because we can still produce silage bales off of our fields. Oh yes, that will do for me. I didn't think that was going to work. So they don't take straw bales, which is interesting, but they will take bales for feed. Okay, so that puts that up a bit. Right, what we'll do then, I'm happy with that. Let's grab the tractor with our trailer. Oh, there's a gate there. Dear oh dear. I was too busy looking across at the sorghum field. Oh dear. Right, let's drop that down there. Save us coming to a telehandler that's gone 180 degrees. Right, we'll grab that. And trailer's just next door. And then we'll go and grab some TMR out of here. Probably be a couple of loads. So, wow, look at all this barley, sorghum. Wow, we've got tons of feed. To be fair, we could probably put some chickens down this episode, actually. I think that'd be a nice way to end this episode. We'll go and give the cows all of this. We'll get rid of the TMR. We will need to cut that grass field at some point. I think this one over here should be ready next month as well, possibly. So that would be good. We could probably get some hay off of there. Well, in fact, we're just going to feed the goats and sheep grass because it's just easier, isn't it? We can just cut it, don't need to ted it. And then all we need to do then is just cut and bale wrap silage bales, and we are good to go. Oh, we will need hay, won't we, for the horses at some point. Well, I don't think they're getting through a lot, which is fine. And we've got corn growing still up the top. Again, I think I grew the corn. Let me just double check. I think just to mix it up, I said the chickens take corn. Yeah, so... Oh, that's not that one. We've got feed coming out of our ears for the ducks and chickens. I really don't think we need all that. We could probably sell the corn. I bet that's not a very good price though for quite some time. July, which is next month, but then December's not too bad. I don't know whether it'll be ready quite by then. Maybe, could be. Could be close. Right, let's get a little bit more. So I don't think this episode is going to be hugely productive, but it is all jobs that we need to do. I think another thing we could possibly do is sell off that feed mixer, get a little bit of money back for that. There's not much point in having that. So there must be only a tiny little bit left of TMR in there. Yeah, 7,000 litres. I think we'll leave that. We'll leave that in there because I don't want this getting too repetitive. There we go. We're back in the green. Oh, we're still going. Awesome. So obviously more TMR than we have anything else. Right, okay, let's leave the tractor and trailer together. Now, I'll tell you what we could do actually. We could put two things down because I've said before we're going to go down the fermenting silo route. Now I did have a couple of good suggestions. I watched Driver 53's video on his sort of showcase test of different ones, and a couple of surprises really. There's a really cool one by Omatana which would work really well, but I think it's more money and it's things that we don't really need to be doing. So basically it is that one, I think. So it's going to cost 50 grand. It means we could produce our own seeds and fertilizers and things like that, but we don't really need to be doing that because we're not going to make TMR anymore. We've got a buy station for all the others, so I'm going to go boring to my usual trusted Hessian fermenter silo. Only 15 grand. I think that is what we're going to do. Now, where that is going to go, I have no idea. I don't really want to put it near this silo because I think we've had problems with things like that in the past. We haven't really got any room over here. I'm thinking probably in here, but I'm telling you what we're going to do first before we get carried away is we're going to put down the chickens. So I think in here we'll put down a fenced in one because otherwise they're going to be running around everywhere. So we'll put that down, I think. Where are we going to put that? I think somewhere around here so that we can still get to the sheep. Okay, they'll have a little bit of shade, won't they, from that tree? How about that? So there. Well, that's done now. And I will landscape this area. Once we've got everything down, I think we will landscape. Right, back to production. Let's spend a little bit of money. I'll go back, find the Hessian fermenter. I think this probably would be in one of my sort of top 10, top 20 mods that I always use because it is very handy. I'll tell you what, we could probably have that pipe facing out over there. Don't think we're going to be coming along anything too high. We've got no other reason to come along that track, to be honest with you, and then we can swing round the back of the chicks. So if we went something like that, that'd give us plenty of room to move about in. Bang. Oh, I've ruined that track though. That's alright, that's fine. We can put that back in as it was. I think that's dirt. That one, is it? Yes. There we go. We could always put a little strip of grass in there as well, maybe. That. Right, probably should have done the dirt afterwards. Let's go back. Do this again. Something like that. No one would ever know, would they? Apart from us. Okay, right. That will do. Where would we... Probably there, I would say. Look at these little fellas. Awesome. What did we do with the ducks, actually? I think we had... Oh no, we just went females, didn't we? It doesn't matter. That's fine. So we'll do the same. We will have some little chicks. We'll buy 60 again of those. Oh, look. Look and listen. Little chicky wickies. Stop doing noises like that, silly man. Right, let's go and grab some feed. I think we'll grab how much were those ducks taking? A fair amount, weren't they? Right, well, let's grab a full trailer load of barley. I think that will be a good start. And then, like I say, we are going to get a lot of sorghum off of that field. Well, hopefully a lot. We've looked after that field. 26,000 litres should be a decent amount for them. They're probably going to eat a lot more, or take a lot more of their feed trough, etc. And obviously we won't get any eggs off of them for a long time. Whoa. So that's going in. Where's the chicks? They're probably down the bottom. There they are, stuffed in the middle between the goats and the sheep. There we go. Not quite 26,000 litres. They've had 1 litre already. Greedy little things. Right, happy days. That's that job done. I think we will go and sell this feed mixer before it goes down in value too much. We don't need that. Pretty cool mod though. So we'll drop that down, and then once we've done that, I think we will call it a day. We'll come back next episode. We'll harvest the sorghum. I probably will do the rolling and spraying of herbicide on that field. That won't take long at all. But we'll go and see what we can make for this, or from this, if I face the right way. Hopefully there's nothing coming up this track. Yes, there is. Brilliant. So back we need to go. Wish people would not use this. It is not a rat run. Right. I've no idea how much. Oh, here we go. Well, you're going to have to sort yourself out, pal, because... Oh, you... Come on! I'll back up then, shall I? Absolutely horrendous. Oh, here we go. Now I can't get straight. I'm snaking now. Got me all flustered. We'll go in this entrance. No, we won't. We'll just completely crash. Ah. Come on. Right, get out of my way. Get out of my sight. I'm not even anywhere near you. Ah, here comes another one. Dear, oh dear. Right, can people just leave me alone now, please? All I want to do is just go and sell this. People obviously don't want me to sell it. Don't you dare turn up here. Do not turn up here. Thank goodness. We were in trouble then, I think. Right, anyway, what a lovely day. Let's try and de-stress. I think I will go in the shop here by the fuel station and grab some lunch. Try and calm down. Nice coffee as well. Alright, let's stop because people around here are crazy. whatever we make from this will be a bonus. I mean, you could see it like we kind of wasted our money a little bit, but didn't quite know it was gonna pan out like that. But there we go. Right, I'm going to turn the beacons off and engine off. Now, where is the... There it is. Good guess. Or well remembered. We will repair that. And we will repaint it. So we're going to get 22.5 grand just over for that. So there we go. A bit of money back in our back pocket. There we go. I think we'll leave it there for that episode. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed it. We did manage to get all the way through without any crashes. So thank you, Rusty, for that. It seems like your little tip has worked. But I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, guys, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That'd be fantastic. Don't forget to smash that bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.